Is your Windows 11 machine acting like it got a secret speed limit? Feel like it's snooping on you more than it's actually helping you out? You are not wrong. Your PC is holding back, tied down by default settings meant for the average you, not for someone like you who craves real power. Forget about those basic watered down tips you've seen a million times. We are not here to just make your desktop pretty. Today, we are diving deep, I mean really deep, to uncover Windows 11 hidden power tricks. These are the kind of settings Microsoft doesn't shout about, usually buried under layers of menus or needing a bit more know-how than a simple click. Why? Maybe they think you can't handle it, or maybe they just want to keep things super simple for everyone else. But you are not everyone else, right? We are talking about unlocking serious speed, beefing up your security, and hitting a level of productivity so high you will feel like you and your machine are one. These tricks will transform your Windows 11 from a slow, privacy-compromising headache into a lightning-fast, secure, and super efficient command center. So get ready, because we are about to leave average in the dust and turn your PC into the beast it was always meant to be. First things first, let's unleash your PC's true speed. Windows 11 tries to be user-friendly, but that often means compromises that can slow things down for those of us who want more. Thus, searching for files on your PC feels like it takes ages. By default, Windows only indexes obvious spots like your documents, pictures, and videos folders to save on resources. This classic mode is okay if that's all where your important stuff is. But if you are a power user with files spread across different drives or in complex project folders, it's painfully slow. You are stuck waiting, or worse, it doesn't even find what you need. We are going to tell Windows to stop slacking and index everything, or at least everything you want it to. Hit the Windows key +I to open settings. Go to privacy and security on the left. Under Windows permissions, click on Search Windows. Look for the Find My Files section. You will probably see it set to Classic. Time to change that. Select Enhance. Windows will then start indexing your whole PC. This first scan can take a bit depending on how much stuff you have, so maybe grab a coffee. You can also fine-tune what gets indexed by clicking Advanced Indexing Options to exclude specific folders if you've got sensitive data or huge archives you don't need in your search. The payoff: super fast PC-wide search results. Once it's indexed, finding any file, no matter where it's hiding, is incredibly quick. It's forbidden because turning on enhanced indexing does use more system resources, especially during the first big index, and then a little in the background to keep things updated. Microsoft stick with Classic by default to make sure Windows runs smoothly on less powerful computers. But if your machine is reasonably modern, the speed boost for searches is totally worth it. Some new Copilot Plus PCs are even getting semantics indexing for natural language search, which just show how powerful good indexing can be. We've all been there. An app freezes up. It's totally unresponsive. Clicking the X does absolutely nothing. So we sigh. Hit Ctrl+Alt+Delete. Click Task Manager. Hand down the misbehaving app in that sometimes confusing list. Then finally kill it. It's just too many steps for something that should be quick. What if you could just right-click the app on your taskbar and shut it down with one click? Well, you can. Microsoft hid this handy feature away in the developer settings. Open Settings. Go to System on the left. Scroll down and click on For Developers. Find the option labeled End Task. It might be under Taskbar heading or just in the list, and flip the switch to On. That's it. Now when an app hangs, just right-click its icon on the taskbar and you will see a brand new End Task option. Clicking this forces the app to close, just like doing it from the Task Manager, but way faster. The benefit is a huge time and frustration saver. It makes killing frozen apps a two-click affair. It's forbidden or hidden because it's in the For Developers section, a place most average users and Microsoft would rather they didn't explore, since some settings in there can cause problem if you don't know what you are doing. This particular toggle, though, is generally safe and super useful for anyone who pushes their PC hard enough to freeze an app now and then. If you are a developer, video editor, or anyone who works with bigger project folders like node models for coders or massive video caches, Windows Defender's real-time scanning can seriously slow you down. It's constantly checking files as they are accessed or changed, which is great for security but can kill performance for these specific tasks. Plus, Windows often defaults to balanced power plan to save energy. Fine for laptops on battery, but not when you need all the power you can get. Go to Settings, Privacy and Security. Windows Security. Click on Virus and Threat Protection. Under Virus and Threat Protection Settings, click Manage Settings. Scroll down to Exclusions and click Add or Remove Exclusions. Click Add an Exclusion. Choose Folder and then point it to your main development project folders, large media caches folders, or any other trusted location where scans are hurting performance. Definitely use this carefully. Only exclude folders you are absolutely sure contains save files. Open Control Panel. Just search for it in the Start menu. Go to Hardware and Sound. Then Power option. You will likely see Balance selected. Click Show Additional Plan if you don't see other options. Then select High Performance. If it's not there, you might need to create one. This plan stops things like CPU throttling and make sure your component gets the juice they need for heavy lifting. For even more control, click Change Plan Settings next to High Performance. Then change Advanced Power Settings to tweak individual settings, like making sure your hard drive doesn't turn off too soon, or your wireless adapter is set to maximum performance when plugging. Excluding trusted, frequently used large folders from Defender's scans can make a big difference in speed for operations within those folders. The High Performance Power Plan makes sure your hardware isn't held back. These are forbidden because leaving folders out of antivirus scan does come with a small security risk. If malware somehow gets in there, Microsoft wants top-notch security by default, and the High Performance Plan uses more electricity, which isn't great for saving energy or battery life, so it's not the default. But for power users who need every last bit of speed, these are must-dos. Windows 11 out of the box can be a bit of a chatterbox, sending telemetry and diagnostic data back to Microsoft. Let's lock down your data and boost your security beyond the usual setting. Windows 11 collects a fair amount of data about how you use it, your hardware and more, supposedly to improve products and services. While some of this diagnostic data can be useful, many of us would rather keep our computer habits as private as possible. The default settings leans towards more data collection. We are going to cut down this data stream quite a bit. First, the basics. Go to Settings, Privacy and Security, Diagnostics and Feedback. Set diagnostic data to required. It might say send optional diagnostic data. Turn this off. This stops the optional data. Turn off improve inking and typing. Then turn off tailored experience. This stops Microsoft from using your diagnostic data for personalized tips, ads, and recommendations. Now, for the more forbidden stuff, disabling the actual service. Press Windows key +R to open the Run dialog. Then type services.msc and hit Enter. In the Services window, scroll down and find Connected User Experiences and Telemetry. Double-click it. In the Property windows, change the startup type to Disable. If the service is running, click Stop. Then click Apply and OK. You might also want to find and disable Device Management Wireless Application Protocol Push Message Routing Service (WAP), as it's sometimes linked to the Telemetry tool. For the truly dedicated, if you have Windows 11 Pro, you can use the Group Policy Editor. Go to Computer Configuration, Administrative Template, Data Collection and Preview Builds. Find Allow Telemetry or Allow Diagnostic Data and set it to Disabled, or the lowest setting you can. You can also use the Registry Editor. Go to hklm/software/policies/Microsoft/Windows/data collection and set Allow Telemetry to 0. This seriously cuts down on the data your PC sends to Microsoft, giving you more privacy. It's forbidden because Microsoft says this data helps them make Windows better and fix problems. Turning it off completely isn't easy through the standard settings. You have to dig into Services or Policy Editors which Microsoft generally prefer average users don't mess with. Keep in mind, some updates might try to turn this back on, so it's a good idea to check them every so often. Loads of apps, including some pre-installed by Microsoft or your PC maker. Hello bloatware, just love running in the background. They eat up resources, potentially gather data and just clutter up your system. You might not even realize they are running. Go to settings, apps, installed apps. For each app in the list, click the three dots next to it and choose advanced options. If it's there, look for background app permissions. The default is often power optimized or always. Change it to never for apps you don't need running or syncing in the background. This gives you really specific control. Still in settings, apps, installed apps, scroll through that list. See apps you never use, especially those pre-installed ones like 3D Viewer, various Bing apps, or trial software you are not going to buy. Click the three dots next to an app you don't want and hit uninstall. Be ruthless but smart. Don't uninstall essential system bits or drivers you are not sure. A quick search can usually tell you if an app is safe to remove. Fewer background apps means more system resources for what you actually want to do, and potentially less data sneaking out. Getting rid of this bloatware frees up this space and makes your system feel cleaner. This is forbidden because manufacturers often have deals to pre-install softwares, and Microsoft includes its own apps it would rather you use. Taking full control and uninstalling these stuffs goes against their curated experience. Some apps are also trickier to uninstall than others, sometimes needing more advanced steps not covered here. Your internet service provider can see every website you visit by looking at their default DNS server logs. Also, browsers like Edge, while better than they used to be, still have default settings that might share data for personalized content. Go to settings, network and internet, Wi-Fi or Ethernet if that's what you use. Click on your connected network properties. Scroll down to DNS server assignment and click edit. Change it from automatic DHCP to manual. Turn on IPv4 and IPv6 if you use it. Enter preferred and alternate DNS addresses from privacy-focused providers. For instance, Cloudflare's are 1111 and 1001. Google's are 8888 and 8844. Pass9 is another option. Using this can stop your IP from logging your browsing through DNS lookups and sometimes even make your connection a bit faster. If you are using Microsoft Edge, go into its settings, click the three dots, then settings, head to privacy, search and services. Set tracking prevention to strict. Turn off options like save browsing data for personalized content. Regularly clear your browsing data and install extensions like uBlock Origin and Privacy Badger for even more protection. Using a private DNS boosts your browsing privacy by hiding your DNS queries from your IPs. Tightening up your browser settings reduce tracking across the web. This is forbidden because IPs and some online services prefer you use their DNS for tracking or serving you regional content. Default browser settings are often a bit loose on privacy to enable more features or personalization, which usually just means data collection. Taking these steps puts you back in charge. For the best network privacy, think about using a reputable VPN service which encrypts all your internet traffic. Now that your PC is faster and more secure, let's unlock features that will seriously boost your workflow and help you get more done. Windows settings are all over the place. Some are in the modern settings app, others are still hiding in the old control panel. Finding specific obscure settings can feel like a wild goose chase. God mode isn't really a mode, but a special folder that gives you one screen access to over 200 system settings and tools, all neatly sorted. Right-click on an empty spot on your desktop, select New, then Folder. Rename this new folder to exactly this. Seriously, copy and paste it. God mode.open ed7ba470-8e54-825c-8271043e01c. Close. Press enter. The folder icon will change. Double click this new icon and tada! A window will open showing a massive list of settings from backup and restore, color management, device and printer, to power options, user accounts, and troubleshooting tools, all in one spot. You can even search within this window. God mode gives you amazing centralized access to pretty much every settings in Windows. This is incredibly handy for IT pros developers, and power users who need to tweak the small detail often. It's forbidden because it's an undocumented feature. Microsoft doesn't officially tell people about it, probably because easy access to so many settings could be overwhelming or even risky for new users who might change critical stuff without knowing what they are doing. For those who know their way around, though, it's a huge time saver. How many times have you copied something, then copied something else, only to realize you needed the first item again? The default clipboard only holds one thing. It's so frustratingly inefficient. Windows has a built-in clipboard history feature, but it's not turned on by default. Just press Windows key plus V. The first time you do this, a little window will pop up asking you to turn on clipboard history. Click Turn On. Now, whenever you copy multiple items, text, image, HTML, pressing Windows key plus V will show you a list of your recently copied stuffs, up to 25 items. You can click any item to paste it. You can even pin items you use all the time, like email, signatures, or code snipers, so they can stay in the history even after a restart or clearing other items. To sync your clipboard across devices, so you can copy on your computer and paste on another Windows device or even on your phone with Microsoft Swift key, go to Settings, System, Clipboard, and then turn on Sync Across Device. Clipboard history is a total game changer for anyone who does a lot of copying and pasting. It saves a ton of time and cuts down on the annoyance of recopying things. It's forbidden simply because it's off by default. So many users have no idea this powerful feature even exists. Some power users even think the 25 item limit is a bit too low. Turning it on is easy, but it's one of those hidden gems Microsoft doesn't really advertise. If you are a developer or a system admin, you basically live in the command line, but juggling separate windows for command prompt, PowerShell, and maybe WSL bash shells is just awkward. Plus, installing and updating software on Windows can be a slow, click through every installer kind of chore. If you don't have it already, newer Windows 11 versions include it. Open Microsoft Store and search for Windows Terminal and install it. Windows Terminal is a modern tab terminal app that lets you run command prompt, PowerShell, Azure Clap Shell, and WSL distribution all in one customizable window. You can open multiple tabs, each with different shell, split spines, change font, color, background, and a lot more. It makes command line work so much smoother. Windows now has its own built-in package manager called Ringet, which you can use through Windows Terminal. To install software, you can just type Ringet install app name, for example, Ringet install VLC. To upgrade all possible apps, type Ringet upgrade -- or. Another popular option is Chocolate, a third-party tool. To install it, you usually open PowerShell as administrator and run a specific script from their website. Once it's set up, you can install software with a command like Chocolate install app name. Package managers let you install, update, and manage software quietly and efficiently right from the command line, saving you loads of time. Windows Terminal is a massive productivity win for command line users. Package managers completely change how you manage software on Windows, bringing it up to speed with what Linux users have had for ages. These are forbidden because command line tools generally can seem scary for average users. While Ringet is becoming more common, the real power of scripting installations and updates is still mostly a power user thing. Microsoft historically rely on graphical installers, so fully embracing command line package management is a newer, more developer-focused direction. Ever hit that annoying file path too long error? Windows traditionally has 260 character limit for file paths. Also, File Explorer by default have files extensions and hidden files, which can be a pain for power users who need to see everything. Many of these advanced settings used to be all over the place or needed registry edits, while some were being grouped into tools like DevHome. That specific app is being retired in May 2025. Microsoft says its features will move to other Windows settings areas or new tools, so keep an eye on advanced Windows settings for where these land. For now, here's what we can do. This usually needs a group policy or a registry trick. Using gpedit.msc, which is Group Policy Editor, go to Computer Configuration, Administrative Templates, System, File Systems, and enable Win32 long path. Or in the registry editor, which is regit, Go to hkey_local_machine/system/current control set/control/file system. Create a dware32 value named long path enable and set its value to 1. This is super important for developers and anyone working with deep folder instructions. You can also do this right in the File Explorer. Open File Explorer, click the View menu at the top, go to Show, and make sure file name extensions and hidden items are checked. Some advanced settings panel, like the one that was in Dev Home, aim to make this easier to find. Enabling long file paths gets rid of a major old school limitation. Making hidden files and extensions visible gives you a much clearer, more honest look at your system file, which is key for troubleshooting and development. These are forbidden because the long path limit was an old capability issue and Microsoft was slow to change the default. Hiding system files and extensions is done to stop average users from accidentally deleting or renaming important files, making the system seem simpler but less transparent for those who need to see all the details. Alright, power tweakers, your Windows 11 PC should be feeling like a whole new beast now. Faster, more secure, and way more productive. Which of these forbidden tweaks surprised you the most? Which one are you going to try out right now? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if this guide just supercharged your digital life, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe for more tech tips and system tuning secrets, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Sharing this with your friend still stuck with a slow PC would also be an awesome move. So there you have it. We have explored some of the less traveled paths in Windows 11, flip switches they didn't exactly put front and center, and unlock a level of performance and control that most users only dream about. Your PC is no longer held back by default settings. It's now a finely tuned machine, ready to do what you want, when you want, with serious speed and precision. Remember, these forbidden tweaks are all about making Windows work for you, not the other way around. They give you the power to take back your privacy, max out your efficiency, and truly own your operating system. It's your hardware, your software. Take control. Now, go and enjoy your ridiculously fast, secure, and incredibly productive Windows 11 setup. You've earned it.